Today, we are going to discuss a civilization that I have never heard anybody talk about. Like, this civilization is really overlooked. A Nuragic Civilization was based on the island of Sardinia between 1800 and 230 BC. That's quite long, and for perspective, that would be like a civilization lasting from the fall of the Roman Empire until today. The Nuragics had no writing, or at least none that has been deciphered, so we need to look at the other non-linguistic evidence that is left behind. There are three major kinds of Nuragic ruins. The first are the Nuragis. Nuragis are large stone structures, about 7,000 of which have been found on Sardinia. Nuragis consist of a large conical stone tower, occasionally surrounded by walls and smaller towers. The most common belief is that they served as defensive structures for a local village or town. Others say that Nuragis held stockpiles of food or had religious significance. Related buildings called Tori have also been found in southern Corsica. The second kinds of ruins are called giants' graves. There are about 800 of these, mostly situated in the central part of the island. Many of them are large stone slabs laid into the ground next to each other, while the more elaborate graves are arranged in the shape of a bull's horns. The third types of ruins are holy wells. Many believe that the Nuragics worshipped the water. These wells have survived in remarkable condition and usually have a similar design to that of Nuragis. Common people lived in round stone houses. The Nuragics also created statues. There are two major types: bronze figurines, representing people of all social classes, and very large stone statues representing warriors or wrestlers. The Nuragics relied on farming, fishing, and animal husbandry, but more importantly, they were avid seamen and traders. Nuragic artifacts have been found as far away as Greece, Cyprus, and the Levant, and even Scandinavia, which probably means they had extensive trade networks across the Mediterranean and beyond. They appear to have the strongest connection with the Mycenaeans. It even suggests that perhaps the Nuragics influenced Mycenaean culture in certain ways. Another possible connection is with the Sea Peoples, who at least partly brought about the collapse of many civilizations in the Middle East. One of the Sea Peoples, the Sheridan, have been identified by some scholars as the Nuragics. Now, the Nuragics were one of the few civilizations that appear to have made the transition between the Bronze and Iron Ages fairly smoothly. Archaeological findings suggest a bit of a cultural renaissance shortly after the beginning of the Iron Age on the island. The Nuragics have generally been divided into three tribal groups: the Ilienses in the south, the Balares in the center, and the Corsi in the north. It is certainly plausible that these tribes fought within one another for supremacy. There are few sources mentioning the Nuragics, all of which are from outside sources during the Iron Age. Phoenician explorers had begun arriving on Sardinian shores by 800 AD. Later, the Carthaginians attempted to colonize the island, but were only able to control the island's southern coast. After the First Punic War, Rome invaded Sardinia. During the 300-year-long Roman-Sardinian Wars, the Romans managed to consolidate most of Sardinia, though the inner mountainous region known by the Romans as Barbaria remained largely independent and continued to be a thorn in Rome's side, even through imperial times. In fact, the indigenous Sardinians survived through the fall of Rome and into the early medieval period. Thank you for watching this video. If you want to see more content like this, please consider subscribing and help get this channel off the ground. As always, credit to these people for some of the pictures shown here.